Sofa, and today we're gonna read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the deep end story. Start reading at Wednesday story, and we were gonna the end of reading at some page because I can't see any chapters. Okay, so I'll figure it out where pages I was the end of reading at right now. Wait a minute, guys. I was the end of reading at 35 page today. Okay, now are you ready to read this one book with a lot of stories? Now here we go. And first you can read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the deep end story, starting at Wednesday chapter. This morning we went to the grocery store and stocked up on food for the trip. Then we went to camping superstore to get everything else we gonna need. I was pretty excited because we have never actually bought anything at the camping store before. Dad used to take me and Roderick there when we were little, but there was just to kill time on a Saturday morning. When Mom got to the store today, Dad went around and picked up some basic supplies like lanterns and flasks and camping chairs. But I went straight to the section of the store with the high-end gear because I figured if they're really doing the thing, I'm gonna want to be comfortable. I'm gonna want to be comfortable. I picked out an inflatable pull-out sofa and hiking boots with a little fan built into the heels, plus a solar-powered blender that can make a cherry slushy in the 30 seconds. Dad says those things aren't for serious campers, 12, and make me pull them back. Dad said we were gonna live off the land as much as possible on this trip, and he picked out a few fishing rods. Well, I don't think about anyone else, but only fish I'll eat comes into the shape of a stick. Manny and Roderick got really excited about the idea of catching our own food, and so they went off to find their own gear. But Mom stopped them before they could get too carried away. Roderick was pretty disappointed. I guess he was planning on doing some trophy hunting while we were on our trip and as hoping to decorate the kitchen when our house is finished. After Dad was done shopping, he was ready to check out. But I think Mom was nervous that we weren't getting the right kind of equipment, so she asked the salesperson to look over our stuff and see if they had everything we needed. Well, this guy must have been Wilderness Survivor expert or something because he had a lot to say, and none of it made me feel confident about going to the camping trip. The salesman said the number one thing we needed to worry about was bears. because there were a ton of them in the places we were going. But he said there were a few things we could do to protect ourselves just in case. The cellman said the first thing we needed to remember was to always tie up our trash and hang it in the tree so it could be rich for bears. And he said if we really wanted to be safe, we should buy a jug worth online to spray it around our camp every night because it scares bears off. I tried to imagine Will's jobs as to collect wolf wildlife, and I promised myself I'd start getting better grades in school so it doesn't end up being me. The cellman said the other thing we had to worry about is the bugs and mosquitoes and ticks. So we should always put on plenty of bug spray. I was totally bored with that idea because the only time Arbor Sandy told everyone at our lunch table about a kid who fell asleep outside and got sucky dry by a mosquito. And that sounds like a pretty bad way to go to me. I was starting to get a little nervous when a cellman told us everything else we needed. He said we had to have the first aid kit in the case someone got injured and waterproof matches in our matches in case our gear got wet. Plus, we need a compass. We need a compass if we got lost. A snake bite would need someone got bitten. And a fair gun if things are really got bad. I think the guy at the camping store stressed that out because after we paid all of the stuff, we kind of rushed out of there. And we were halfway home before realizing Roderick was missing and we had to go back. After that, we drove to Grand Jammy's house to pick up Uncle Gary's camper van. And I guess Dad had thought it was pretty much ready to go, but it was total mess inside. I remember Dad telling me that when Uncle Gary and his first car used to keep a bunch of garbage inside, so no one would steal it. Well, I think Uncle Gary had the same idea when it came to his camper van. When they spent the whole afternoon cleaning it out. And I wouldn't have to been so surprised if we actually find Uncle Gary's burn somewhere underneath all that trash. Once we got into junk out of there, we were finally able to take a good look around the camper van. I could see how Uncle Gary was able to live in there for 2 years because it had everything a person could need. There was a stove, a sink, a kitchen table, and a little refrigerator. Plus, there was a bathroom with a shower in it and some extra space above the cabin for sleeping. And I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I seriously hope Uncle Gary bought a new underwear since he moved out. After Gammy gave us some sandwiches to take with us, we hit the road. Beep beep. Now we have read 35 pages, So tomorrow we start reading at the 36 pages. Now, oh my god. So now, did you have fun? You lost English country. We come back with some this book, not this story, because you might be start reading at 36 page, new page. I mean, it will be same story about a road trip with a camper band. And now, please thumbs up in my YouTube if you have fun of looking at today's YouTube. And now, yes, please thumbs up my YouTube and bye bye everyone.